Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my garden. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than normal. What I've been doing the last couple weeks is every time I see something, I've been grabbing the camera and going out and either taking pictures or doing a short video clip of it. And that way you will be able to kind of see the progression as I go through the garden. So I'm not going to do a complete garden tour. I'm just going to do all these little clips that I've found throughout the day, and then toward the end I will show you some of the progress of like the herb bed that I decluttered, and the tomatoes, and anything else I can think of. Alright, so I hope you stick around for this episode of Sharon's Home and Garden. Hi everybody, I wanted to show you what I've been harvesting in the garden. I was outside doing some cleanup, and this is like stuff from the past week as I go out and pick a pepper here or pick a zucchini or whatever. And I wanted to show you kind of what I've been harvesting. I've been getting a lot of these really big zucchinis. Some aren't so bad, like this one. It's not a bad size. That one's not a bad size. That one's not a bad size. And then I have some bigger ones. I think I'm going to try to make zucchini chips out of them. Try dehydrating and making zucchini chips. And then I want to make a couple batches of zucchini bread. So that's what those are really good for. I've got a basket of peppers here. These are from last weekend. I have to process these, cut them up and freeze them. A couple onions in here. This is a banana pepper, believe it or not. In the house here I have a couple cabbage. I have more outside. I picked a basket of cherry tomatoes. I think I'm going to make some bruschetta or some pasta sauce. I haven't decided. This is all plum tomatoes with a couple slicers that I threw in there. And here's some slicer tomatoes. The plants were dying, so I pulled off some of the tomatoes. Like these aren't quite ripe, but they'll ripen in the next couple days. Then this is the personal size watermelon that I got. It's got a couple bites out of it, so I'm going to see if the inside's okay, and then I can eat that. Here is a cantaloupe that I got. The other one I ate was really good. And these are peppers that I picked yesterday here. The Aura and the Glow and banana peppers. And then this is a jalapeno. And then this, I had one cucumber out there, so that'll be good on a salad. That's what I have inside. Let's go outside. Out here I picked a bunch of carrots, just enough for me to eat. You can see they're all nice and even. These are the rainbow carrots, so they're doing really well, even though I never thinned them out. So I picked about, I don't know, 3-4 inches worth of carrots for salads. I pulled up my bean plants, the haricot vert beans, and there were a few here that have dried. And let's see if there are seeds in there. I'll let those dry and use the seeds for next year. That'll be good for a couple meals. And here are the rest of the cabbages. These 0.1 cabbages, really nice size. I will definitely grow these again because they're nice, small, compact plants. And then these are Gonzalez mini cabbage. I would grow these too. Again, nice, compact plants. This is like the perfect amount to throw in your salad, or if you're making a meal and you're not stuck with this big, huge, 4-pound, 5-pound cabbage. So those are really nice. over here I pulled out all my onions. You can see they're all pretty small, but that's okay because for me that's just about the perfect size. I'm gonna let them sit out here and cure for a couple days. I've got more over here, little ones. Again, I'll let them cure for a couple days. And then I pulled out all my radishes, and these are the radishes I have left. So that'll be good for a couple salads. So you can see the garden is looking pretty roomy. All these pots that I had here, big pots, are gone. I got rid of these pots next to the greenhouse that had the ground cherries in them. I cut out a couple of my tomatoes. I didn't pull them out, but I cut them out because they were done. And then I took the tops of several of these tomatoes and I put them in water. And I can throw these in a pot once they root. They should root within a couple days. 3, 4, 5 days. You'll start to see roots. I throw them in a pot and just make sure they stay watered. They'll look like they're gonna die and then they'll come right back. These little tomato plants have doubled in size. It's been 1 week since I put them in. Actually, it's been 6 days because I put them in on Sunday. So they've all doubled in size. Once you get them in the ground, they start growing pretty fast. Who knows if I will get tomatoes or not, but it's fun to grow them. So the peppers are loving this little bit less hot weather. You can see they are starting to set flowers again. The hot peppers are. The rest of them are really growing a lot of fruit. These are those. They're Aura or Glow Aura. Bell peppers. These are called Escamillo peppers, and I picked some ripe ones. I will show you what they look like when they're ripe. And then it looks like I have some more banana peppers ready to pick. I ended up chopping up 3 bags of peppers and put them in the freezer, and I will insert that picture or clip, I can't remember what I did, right here. I wanted to show you these beautiful Escamillo peppers. Quite big. They just turned ripe this week. Pretty big pepper. They're just gorgeous. I wanted to show you guys my morning glories. Usually when I'm doing a vlog, it's usually in the afternoon, and these are mostly closed up. But they've really taken off here. I should get on a ladder and show you. So I have 3 different varieties. I have these. I have these. And I have these. And then on the other side I have these, but these didn't do as well. So as you can see, they really have taken over here. all the way up this trellis. We're gonna go get a view from above. So I'm up on my deck in the back. And this is the top of my trellis. Aren't they beautiful? There's a lot, especially those blue ones are really doing good. It's a really pretty view from up here. So here, I don't show this view very often. My raised beds. And then my in-ground garden. Today I'm going to harvest these jester squash. You can see they've got some good color on them. The stems have really hardened. This little tendril here is all dried up. So I'm guessing they're ready to harvest. I'll at least get these. And this plant has put out some more. Like I have one that's going here. It's got a couple fruit on it. And this one going out here that's got fruit on it. I don't know if that one's gonna make it or not. But you can see the plant is dying back. I mean, it's old. It's its time. So I am going to harvest those squash. So there we go. They look good. So I'm going to let these cure before I put them in storage. You're supposed to leave them sit out for like a week or so in a warm area that has good circulation. To keep the animals away from them, I'm going to put them in my greenhouse. And I'll keep them in there for about a week, and then I will set them down in the basement for storage. So here I've got them in. This is landscape fabric, so it's breathing. Get this out of the way. So I'll let them sit out here for about a week, 10 days, whatever. I've also got onions in here. They're also curing. And yeah, they should be fine right there. These are pretty, aren't they? I didn't plant these. I think the birds planted them. But they're pretty. Here is another flower that the birds planted. Pretty little sunflower. Okay, remember in my garden tour video I said I had planted some cucumbers? This is the only one that came up. So this is a summer dance. And it took a while to germinate, but it did come up. So cucumbers are pretty fast growing. Hopefully we will get some cucumbers before the first frost. Pumpkin is definitely ready to be picked. I'm gonna get that. Let's see if I can break it off. Ouch. Nope, I'll have to cut that off. And the other one, which is over here, see it in there? That one's ready as well. So it is August 29th today. It's kind of early for pumpkins. I don't know how I'm going to keep these pumpkins, sun is probably in your eyes, from going bad. They grew pretty fast and they got ripe really fast. So if you have any suggestions for me, I would appreciate it, because I would really like to keep them around until at least, at least mid-October, if not all the way to Halloween. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that because they're ripe already. They're ready to be picked. So, you know what I should do? Let me know. On the last garden tour, I had said I didn't get any butternut squash, and then I cleaned out the garden and found this. So I don't know if we've got enough time for that to get ripe or not, but I got one butternut squash. I keep thinking my tomatoes are done. So you look up here, I have more tomatoes. And then if you look over there, I have more tomatoes. So I'm going to leave these plants in. These are, what are these? Defiant and Damsel. Both of those are producing more tomatoes. They're really tall now. Remember I said they only got to be about 6 feet tall? Look at that one. That one's really tall. The cherry tomatoes are still doing really well. I'm still getting a lot of fruit on them. These are the Sun Gold. They are really, really, really sweet. Really sweet. Almost too sweet to put in savory dishes. So I think their flavor has intensified. But yeah, they're still growing. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. The trellis goes from down there all the way up. That's where that tomato plant goes. That is pretty much it. That's all that's been happening around here the last couple weeks. The garden is really winding down. Like my tomato plants are almost all done, with the exception of the little tomatoes. And I'm just about getting ready to plant some lettuce and some more radishes. I don't think I'm going to plant spinach this year. Maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. We should have enough time for spinach, but who knows? We'll see what I feel like doing. Now that it's supposed to be cooler here this week, still again no rain, so whatever I plant I'm going to have to water. And I just don't know if I want to do that because I've been watering all summer. And to tell you the truth, I am tired of watering. Even with the irrigation system, there's other stuff that needs to be watered, and it gets exhausting because it's been hot, humid, and the plants have really suffered. So I know I sound like a broken record. Just let me vent. If anybody's going to understand, it's you other gardeners. So I hope that your gardens are all doing really well. Let me know down in the comments how your gardens went this year, and if you had a good year or a bad year or an average year. All right, I will see you in the next video, and until then, happy gardening, everybody. Bye-bye.